guys, AC Trader here again, breaking down another trading day for you. So today was pretty much what we thought it was going to be. It was going to be a slower day. I didn't think anything was really going to go on, unfortunately, with tariffs coming in, with all the pops and drops we've been seeing throughout the week, and just, with the overall market being slower over the past, 4 or 5 trading days in particular. Didn't really have any big breaking news this morning. Did have a few stocks up. RSLS was already up. BIAF was already up. And I think GRI started making it a little move later. So didn't trade too much today. We had a couple break-even trades and then 2 positive trades, which is great. That's really what we needed today. Just be cautious, get in and out, and make sure we capitalize on what we could have. First stock that we were looking at was ICCT. This was a continuation setup from yesterday, and we did have actually a couple nice moves on it. We look at the open at 7 o'clock. We did get a nice little pop up around that 339 mark, and then at the open at 930, we were able to get all the way up to about $5. Didn't take the trade at the open, unfortunately. My focus was somewhere else, not on ICCT. I think we might have just got a break-even trade there when I was able to hop in, but whatever. The other trade that I did end up taking was right here, hoping to break the 344 mark at that point in time, right as the MACD was crossing with an increase in volume. But unfortunately, we weren't able to do that. So that one was just a break-even trade, unfortunately. Wasn't really able to get anything out of that. The next stock that we were looking at was old MLGO. MLGO was a stock that I typically wouldn't trade. Like I've been saying it for the last week or two. How much further can this go? How much further can this go? I'm not a huge fan of this stock. Likes to pop and drop right here. Look at this, the pops and the drops. I knew it does that. Just I was waiting for it to happen. So saying that, we definitely took some precaution today, and I did not take a big size on MLGO when we had this first big move up. So where I was interested in was right at this 830 mark, right as we were having this curl up. When we got this curl up over 29.65 here, this is when I took this trade and this curl up. Unfortunately, I was hoping to push a little bit further, and then it came back down. So we got a nice trade off that roughly $1 a share, which was fantastic. Can't beat that. I'll take that all day, every day. And then once we got a little bit later in the day, we did hit this point of resistance at 33 and then just came all the way back down to 20. So I think MLGO is going to be done. Not something I was really looking at. Another one that we had, I did not trade. It's just way too much money at this point, and I did not trade it yesterday either. I didn't think it was going to have these absolute insane moves, but a recent IPO, Newsmax, started all the way at $11 or something like that, and now is all the way reached a high of $195. So insane. There was definitely some entry points I could have taken right here, right as we broke the high of 148, going up over 150. Sure, we could have taken that trade, but it was just too expensive for me, unfortunately. Just not something I was looking at trading. Unfortunately, but not a big deal. Where we made a bulk of our money today was actually on GRI. I'm sorry. We did have breaking news on it. It is a biotech stock, which is good. We did have this really nice curl going up right before the open, which was perfect. So we had a nice curl setup going with the MACD open and breaking VWAP. So with all 3 of those things, that's a beautiful sign for me to start taking these trades. So when we got up over that 550 mark is when I actually got in. Took that trade for that pop up over this right here to retest the 6. Actually, we were able to skyrocket right through that with this increase in volume here. And we were able to actually go up and hold that level. So I did take some profit right here. Of course, I wasn't expecting it to go too much higher. But I believe if we look at GRI on the daily chart here, we did have some key resistance points that we can mark out. and that's what we hit. So we hit that 1095 mark, and we also had this 880 mark. So once we got past that 880 mark right here, this is kind of where I thought we were going to be topping out at. I didn't think we were going to push up till the 1095 mark, which is great, awesome. But right here is when I started to get a little more hesitant. Got this nice push forward. I don't remember if I took a trade. Let me see here. If I took a trade going up over 834. I did. Okay, perfect. So my last trade on it was from 9. So we got it right here. Yeah, it was this leg up right here is what we ended up going. I got out at 1030. So the top of this candle is when I got out. So that was another good trade. So we got 2 or 3 good trades on GRI as well. So perfect. Those were 2 really clean trades. This break over VWAP, which was beautiful. This is the one setup that we saw that ended up working out perfect for us, and this push up over 880 going up till 1095. So can't beat that. I think we cashed out at 1030 there. So 2 really good trades on that. 1 decent trade on MLGO. Like I said, I took super small share size on that. I didn't want to get caught in a trap. Now, besides that, I really didn't see anything else that was, too clean. Like I said, 1 break-even trade on ICCT. Yes, we could have traded here in the open, and that, we could have made something happen. However, if we look at it, we have top and tail, a doji candle, a top and tail. Yes, we could have got this break through the first 1 minute candle to break a new high. We could have absolutely done that. However, our attention was elsewhere. ICCT was potentially on the backside of the move. We weren't really looking at it at that point in time. So, hindsight's 2020, whatever it is, ICCT wasn't for us today. We broke even on it. Great. Awesome. And then besides that, we were looking at BIAF, and we did have everything marked out. Unfortunately, when it started to make this move between the 67 and 86 cent mark, we were below the VWAP. I just had this big drop right here. And yes, once again, could I have taken this trade and breakthrough VWAP? Absolutely, 110% could have. But, hindsight's 2020, Absolutely, we could have taken that trade, but it's not something I was too privy of, unfortunately, strictly because of the pops and drops we were having at this point in time in the day, 10 o'clock. If you look at a lot of the stocks that we were having, we would halt, then we would drop. GRI, I'm not mistaken, the same thing. Halt, and then dropped. ICCT popped up, and then we dropped. NMAX, he popped up, and then we dropped. So at that point with BIF, I wasn't really sure if it was going to go up. And then even when it started to make that move, was it going to hold? So it was just it was a tough trade for me to even, consider. Yes, it's our top gainer of the day, but it is cheaper, only, 89 cents right now, 87 cents right now. So all in all, I'm happy I didn't take the trade on BIAF because it's not something that I was 100% sure about, even though we did have the gap, even though we were breaking VWAP and it was a setup, that I would like. It's just if I didn't get it right away and then couldn't cut my losses as fast as I wanted to, it's just not a stock that I wanted to try. This is why I'm doing the review right now at 10:30, because I don't want to overstay my welcome in the market. I don't want to press myself onto these things that I don't need to be in. Even though we still have stocks like RSLS right now trying to make that move. We had this bounce off this support line here, and now we're trying to make that push back up to 140, maybe into 160. Can it happen? Maybe, but we'll see what happens. But unfortunately, I'm done for the day. I don't want to overstay my welcome with how the market's been acting today. I just don't like, I don't want to catch myself in a trap. I think that's the biggest thing I can, take away from the market today and be happy that I left green. But all right, guys, I think that's going to be it for today. We'll touch back later and see if we have any continuation setups, later in the day. All right, guys. Thank you. Bye bye.